The end of the decade raises an axe over the slow-selling models within the lineups of automakers and indicates a clear shift towards SUV-oriented selections with electrified powertrains. In today's episode, we'll be reviewing those models that will not see the light of day beyond 2020 to pay our respects, and also single out those cars that deserve to be placed on your shopping list due to the final sale discounts at the dealerships. Subscribe to Automotive Territory channel to always stay informed about the latest car news, ring the notification bell, and enjoy the ride. Ford Flex. The Flex's untimely departure demonstrates that even a proven formula of a crossover SUV does not guarantee high sales. This Ford has barely made 1/10 of Explorer's numbers in 2019, which could be partly blamed on unorthodox design. After all, the spot of a box on wheels have already been taken by Range Rover and Mercedes G-Class. Nevertheless, it remains a solid choice if you're looking for a workmate capable to tow cargo and go for a trip with your large family of 7. The Giant is represented in 3 trim levels: SE, SEL, and Limited, all powered by 3.5-liter TI VCT V6 as a standard. But the premium configuration also gets an optional EcoBoost powertrain that raises the performance bar to 365 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. Among the standout features, I must mention the 83.2 cubic feet of cargo volume, available Sync 3 infotainment, and Ford Co-Pilot 360 suite of safety and driver assistance features. Volkswagen Beetle. 1938. This was the year when the first Beetle hit the road, and now, 82 years later, after becoming one of the world's most recognizable and beloved models, it readies to ride its last mile. Those who want to touch history and become an owner of the icon still have an option of buying the modernized version of the family car that rides on the VW A5 platform introduced in 2012. The outgoing Bug is sold in 4 trims, including the new limited SE and SEL variants that get exclusive retro-style exterior colors, stone-washed blue metallic and safari uni, plus the interiors were reworked with the classic vibes and improved technological and safety features. The turbocharged 2.0-liter engine, making 174 horses and 184 pound-feet of torque, is the only option. Finally, it must be mentioned that the Beetle is likely to be reborn as an all-electric model within the VW ID lineup, but this will be an entirely new story. Infiniti QX30. The small crossover was not particularly popular with the brand's customers and as a result was discontinued after only 3 years in production. Regardless of this fact though, the QX30 is a solid choice in 2020 since the remaining stock will be liquidated by the dealerships and one can expect to get substantial discounts off the already fair pricing that starts from $30,000. The car offers good handling, expressive styling, and a well-crafted interior, while even the entry-level pure trim gets plenty of standard equipment, such as a 7-inch touchscreen display, Bluetooth, 6-speaker stereo, and forward emergency braking. Assembled in the UK, the QX30 is based on the same platform as Mercedes GLA, so it is brought into motion by the same 208 horsepower turbo 4-cylinder engine manufactured in Germany. Interestingly, the end of the QX30 also coincides with Infiniti's exit from the Western European market, as the company plans to focus on North America and China. Chevrolet Impala. While the Impala has been repeatedly reported to finish production by June 2019, Chevy decided to keep the idling plants busy by continuing manufacturing of the sedan through the 2020 model year. For its final run, the car is offered in only 2 trim levels, LT and Premier, that in the previous years accounted for 90% of all of the Impala sales. The entry-level LS variant is dropped from the range, along with the base 2.5-liter engine. The starting price is increased accordingly, up for about $3,500 to around $32,000. The only powertrain option is a 3.6-liter V6, sending 305 horses and 264 pound-feet of torque to the front wheels with the help of a 6-speed automatic. Standard features include an 8-inch infotainment with Apple CarPlay, 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot, and lots of safety tech, earning it a 5-star rating from NHTSA. Jaguar XJ. This is yet another departure of the iconic model, since the XJ has been Jaguar's flagship sedan for over half a century. It is almost certain that the model will return as an all-electric version of itself in the foreseeable future, riding on the same underpinnings as the Jaguar I-Pace. But before it's not too late, you can still grab an internal combustion model powered by one of the supercharged 3-liter V6 or 5-liter V8 engines. These mills make 340 and 470 horsepower respectively, plus the 6-cylinder has an option of an all-wheel drive. The interior is characterized by flawless craftsmanship, highlighted by twin-needle stitching, diamond-quilted leather, spacious rear cabin, and a 10-inch infotainment for the driver and rear passengers alike. Additionally, 2019 introduced the XJ Collection Special Edition model offered exclusively in the US in the limited production of 300 units. It treats the buyers with a gloss-rich oak veneer interior trim and select exterior paints. Buick Regal Sportback. Unlike on its home market in China, Buick passenger cars are being killed off altogether in the US. Focusing on its crossovers, GM is giving up on the liftback and wagon Regals all in one sweep, so we should say goodbye to the nameplate that has been around since 1973. The liftback goes out as a rather affordably priced upmarket car available in 5 trim levels, including the performance-enhanced GS and the recently added luxury Avenir. The 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder engine is standard on all trims except for the GS, as is the 9-speed automatic and the front-wheel drive. The Preferred and the Essence can be optioned with an 8-speed gearbox and all-wheel drive, while the GS combines a V6 engine with an all-wheel drive and another 9-speed, making 310 horses and 282 pound-feet. The Avenir focuses on refining the Regal by adding the signature grille, unique 19-inch wheels, leather seats with quilt stitching, quiet tuning soundproofing tech, and Bose 8-speaker audio. If you find our video format informative and entertaining, how about hitting that thumbs up button? Do consider watching till the end to learn about the entire discounted selection of 2020, and look for the interesting video suggestions in the description and info cards. Let's keep going! Chevrolet Cruze. Despite receiving a comprehensive facelift in 2019, the Cruze compact car is another model dropped from the GM's North American roster this year. The remaining inventory of the model is offered in hatchback and sedan body styles and 4 trim levels, all powered by 1.4-liter turbo 4-cylinder and 6-speed automatic, making 153 HP. There is also a diesel configuration propelled by a tandem of a 1.6-liter turbo diesel and a 9-speed automatic gearbox. The base L sedan gets a 7-inch infotainment, smartphone integration, and Wi-Fi hotspot, while the higher levels add remote start, cruise control, premium upholstery, and automatic climate control. We must also mention that the last US-bound Cruze rolled off the assembly lines on March 6, 2019, so your chances of snatching one from the dealership are getting slimmer with every passing day. Fiat 500. The Italian-American automaker brought their iconic Fiat 500 to the US shores in 2011, and the company sold almost 50,000 units during the first year of sales. However, that number has been drastically decreasing in recent years, which eventually led to the compact hatchback's demise. The 500 remains a smart choice in the small car segment, especially if you are looking for an affordable daily commuter but do not want to compromise on fun, comfort, and styling. The base trim is powered by the 1.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that produces 135 horsepower and 150 pound-feet of torque, and it is mated to the standard 5-speed manual or the available 6-speed automatic. Its cabin features roomy front seat space, 7-inch color cluster display, and the leather-wrapped steering wheel. Even though Fiat will carry the remaining inventory into 2020, the discontinuation streak also marks the end of the convertible, electric 500e, and higher performance 500 Abarth models. Ford Taurus. The Ford's 5-seat full-size sedan has been in production for 34 years, but even such a veteran could not withstand the current market trends. The last unit, painted in gray, has rolled out of the assembly line on March 1, 2019, with an attractive starting price of under $28,000. From the outside, the Taurus can compete with some SUVs when it comes to full length, but it keeps well-balanced proportions owing to the traditional elongated hood, a shortened rear, and neat lines. The list of the standard equipment includes 6-way power-adjustable front seats, 18-inch wheels, and a 6-speaker stereo. The base SE trim is powered by a 3.5-liter V6, producing 288 horsepower and 254 pound-feet of torque, while the range-topping SHO trim relies on the twin-turbo V6 and the all-wheel drive, making 365 horsepower. It also features a sport-tuned suspension and exclusive 20-inch wheels. Buick Cascada. Also sold under the Opel and Vauxhall names, the compact convertible is not going to see the 2020 model year being dropped across the entire brand and market range, including North America, Europe, and Australia. At the time of this video release, the model continues to be available on Buick's website, with pricing starting from $33,000 for the entry-level 1SV trim. It gets leather upholstery, heated front seats, and a 7-inch infotainment with 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot and navigation, while the premium and sport touring levels add more standard driver assists and sporty interior updates respectively. The convertible gets a soft-top roof that opens in 17 and closes in 19 seconds. The only drivetrain setup offered is a combination of the 1.6-liter turbo 4-cylinder with a 6-speed automatic gearbox and a front-wheel drive. Its output is rated at 200 horses and 207 pound-feet of torque. Audi TT. Even though the departure of Audi's compact sports car will not happen until 2022, the current generation has already been announced to be the final chapter in the model's history, with a probable continuation in the all-electric e-tron form. The last refresh for the coupe took place in 2019, honoring the 20th anniversary of the model, featuring several design changes, a boost in performance, and a new 7-speed S-tronic transmission. Its styling becomes bolder and sportier due to the 3-dimensional single-frame grille, large side air intakes, and new LED headlights. The car sits on 17-inch wheels as standard, but larger up to 20 inches options are also available. The standard trim is powered by the 2-liter TFSI 4-cylinder, but the TTRS gets a bonkers 2.5-liter TFSI that makes 391 horsepower and 354 pound-feet, channeled to all 4 via quattro all-wheel drive. The interior is enhanced by the latest Audi 12.3-inch virtual cockpit, leather Alcantara seating surfaces, and a wireless charger. Do you feel sorry to see some of these models go? After all, entire generations of drivers grew up along some of these cars. Share your thoughts about the departing icons in the comments below. Do watch a couple more episodes on our channel, starting with the ones suggested in the description and info cards. Subscribe to Automotive Territory, like, share, and as always, may the torque be with you!